I'm going to talk a little bit about area. But what is area? I guess it could be defined as the flat space that any shape covers. Being able to calculate the area that a shape covers can be very, very useful for things such as how much paint do I need to cover a wall, or indeed how much carpet do I need to recarpet my living room. So how do we do it? Well, let's consider this small square. As we can see from my ruler, it measures 1 centimetre across the bottom. Likewise, we can see that the height of this square is also 1 centimetre. So in fact, this square measures 1 square centimetre. And that is written like so: 1 centimetre squared, with a small 2 to the top right hand corner of our units. That represents the squared part. I can use this information to calculate the area of larger shapes. So I have this larger square in the centre. How many of those centimetre squares can I fit within that larger square? Well, we can see from my example that indeed 4 of them will fit perfectly inside my larger square. So in fact, the area of that larger square is 4 centimetres squared. When we have larger shapes, however, it's not really practical to put little squares inside our shape and try and count them up. Instead, we need to do a calculation. From this example, I can see that it is actually 10 centimetres across the bottom. So that means I could actually get 10 columns across the bottom, and each of them would be 1 centimetre wide. Likewise, down the side, that also measures 10 centimetres, so I could in fact get 10 rows in there, each a centimetre wide. So in order to work out the total number of squares, centimetre squares, I can get inside my larger shape, I could take my number of columns and multiply it, in this example, by the number of rows. 10 times 10, you can always use a calculator, equal to 100. Units, centimetres squared. What about this example of a rectangle? I'll give you the measurements. It measures across the bottom 20 centimetres. Down the side, it actually measures 13 centimetres. So, pause the clip, grab a calculator, see if you can work it out. My calculation would actually be 20 multiplied by the 13, my 20 columns multiplied by my 13 rows, and that would give me an answer of 260 units centimetres squared. So, to find the area of any square or rectangle, no matter how big or small, we simply multiply its height by its length. Units for area are indeed the units squared, and in the examples that I've just done, we've always used centimetres squared. However, when you have larger shapes, such as rooms or indeed, say, playing fields, you might consider metres squared, or indeed kilometres squared, and so on. I hope that helps.